So as I'm like walking around the garden plant stuff, I see weeds, I pull them, just grab them as I go by. And that's another thing that just I'm excited about, because I am learning how things look. You know, the more I plant things, the more I see how they grow, the more I learn what the seedlings look like. So this little area right here was where all of these weeds were, right? And a weed is just something that you don't want growing there. And back in the day, before I had started planting parsley, I think that's parsley. Sometimes I get parsley and cilantro mixed up, but back in the day, I would have thought these were weeds and I would have pulled them. But now I know I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 little seedlings, 5 seedlings of cilantro or / parsley. I'm pretty sure it's parsley. If I taste it, I'll know. Growing here. So I'm going to leave those be, because, you know, no harm in them growing here again. And around my destroyed fire pit here, it's getting redone. It will get redone eventually this summer, but I wanted to show you my irises. My bearded irises had bloomed. They're not at their peak. It's past their peak, but some of them are still looking really gorgeous. But I split these 2 years ago, and I'm thinking that they already will need split again next year. I'm not going to do it this year, I doubt it. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4 plants, 4 here, 4 there, and I split them. I gave a few to my mother-in-law, and then all of the ones I split, I put up along this tree line here. And as you can see, these trees were quite small when I planted these. And so now these trees are starting to overtake. This is a mess. This will get cleaned up too. I just have so much, guys. I just can't keep up anymore. I want to plant all the things. I want to do all the things. Look at these snapdragons. Volunteers down in the gravel. Oh my word. The camera does not do the color of these justice. And they just look like straight up velvet. Incredible. Squirrel. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I was telling you, I'm going to have to move all these again. Now, I kind of like the way it looks, but the way these trees grow, they get to be as big as those, huge. And the bottom, like width spans of them, of those over there, are probably like out to here. So even if I moved these out again, I'd end up having to move them again. So I don't know what I want to do. I mean, it would just be work, you know, like I'm going to move them and have to move them again. No, I'm going to have to move them again. But they will also need split, because they have, as you can see, when they start to do this, so this is the center of them. This is all one big center. So when they start to separate out like this and have like a big ball of root system, that's when you want to split them. And so you can split like this one into like, gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I gave some to friends. I could even pot some of these up and put these out at the road and try to sell a few, like, so you can see how it starts to like spread out. So I'm thinking next year they're gonna have to be split, especially because look, this tree is like, get out the way. So it's they're so pretty though, but oh, so many things to do. Oh, I know this isn't like a tour video. I need to do like an official tour, but I just want to show you. This is a raspberry. I'm not even sure what kind of raspberry. Is this there's a couple right here. But this thing has gotten redunculous. It was just like a little start. Here's another one that I planted that is actually just now thriving. Like it was like piddly for 2 years, and now this is the 3rd year and it's actually doing something. So I need to like clean this up before somebody comes and mows over it accidentally, because it is not a weed. It is, I'm not really sure what that one is. It was marked at one point, but yeah, it is. It's got trees everywhere trying to grow around. This is just a mess. One of these days I just got to get all my vegetables planted up, and then I can come down here and try to clean up other things. Yeah, this thing's insane. So this is one, and then it's like, is it spreading? I don't even know. I did have a butterfly bush right here, and it right there. it split and broke. I had one here too. It looks like it's trying to come back. Yeah, there you can see it. There's the stump of it. But my gosh, these are another thing that are just very resilient. They just don't want to give up, which I like, because I didn't want it to die, but it did. And there wasn't anything here last year, but this year it's trying to fight back in this giant mess. And then here was where the other one was. It broke and split, and looky there. It's a trying. Oop, I just broke off a piece of it, but I think it'll make it too. This is, I maybe should move this. These are weeds. Get these out of the way and give it a fighting chance, but I really gotta trim up this berry bush is like spreading something fierce. Yeah, these are two different ones because the flowers are different. The flowers on this one's bigger. I believe this is the white, is it white raspberry? There's a tag down there somewhere if it's still on it. But yeah, stuff is actually starting to do something this year. So I might actually get some berries. I didn't get any off of it last year. It was, what do they say? The first year it sleeps, second year it creeps, third year it leaps. That's true. It leaped. They leaped. This is just a mess. This is where I'm going to plant my dahlias. Oh, golly. And over here, this is where I plant them, and then I kind of train them up these trellis, or up the lattices. That's what that's called. But here are my honeyberry bushes that are coming back. I thought they were dead. They're not. So, yippee. I think somebody mowed over this one accidentally. But yeah, that's the honeyberry bush right here. This is not. This is a weed. Oh. If I can get it out of there without pulling out my honeyberry bush. What is this? It's not faded yet. This one is, I got these from Stark Brothers a few years ago, and I still haven't got any honeyberries off of them. This is their third year in the ground, so hopefully they'll do something. This is the berry blue. I'm really, all right, let me try to do this off camera. Okay, I got it out of there. So now it kind of looks like this is supposed to be here. All right. So hopefully no one will accidentally mow over it until I can get it mulched. Oh, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. Just not enough hours in the day, guys. Not enough hours in the day. Oh, okay, guys. I am trying to figure out how to tie up these tutti fruttis. They have a bunch of flowers on them and even fruit. And so they're tangled up with, which ones are these? Yeah, these are tutti fruttis as well, that again also need tied up. They're just like, this one goes to that one, this one and this one go to this one. So tutti fruttis, I gotta say, mini dwarfs, at least a few of mine, not so much. I think they're going on like, and it could be that maybe they're in the greenhouse. I don't know exactly. This is the first time I've grown them, so if I had started seed outside, perhaps they might not have gotten, and just fighting for the light, perhaps this is what they do. They get kind of, but as you can see, so I've got tutti frutti mandarin and tutti frutti melon, and again, aphids on all. They're fighters. They're fighting, but like this, I'm gonna tie up to here, but there is a shoot that goes over here into this one, and I don't and I already tied part of this one up, kind of blocking my way to get this one out of there. So I'm thinking I might just clip it right here, because good Lord, it's it's insanity. It's absolute insanity. Like, I could just clip off everything, these long shoots, and stick it outside. I could do that. And it would be fine, because all of these right here. These are armpit growths, and they're clones of the plant. But I don't want to do that because I want some fruit as soon as possible, and I'd have to wait for them to mature for however long. I mean, it's been forever. When did I start these? But they are infested with aphids. So, I don't know, guys. I'm going to just tie them up, and we're going to hope for the best. See, look at all those clusters of flowers. Those don't look so hot, but I think they need watered. I've got my micros mini drawer. Look at this. These poor things. They're like, please give me room to grow. It's not good. It's not good. And there's just aphids everywhere. I need to get these outside where the aphid eaters will find them. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just getting these out of here. It's got to happen. I'm laughing at myself because I know this looks ridiculous. And I know that I should trim some of the foliage off. I don't have time. So this is what it's got to be for now. It's going outside. It's looking a little ridiculous. I don't care. I'm doing what time allows me to do right now. I need to get my garden planted. This poor thing's just going to have to deal with the atrocity that it is right now. Okay, I got the squash bed planted. What I had meant to do, sometimes I could just kick myself. What I had meant to do, I just got going and forgot. I wanted to mulch the bed. Like I have this one mulched and then just move the mulch aside. And so now I have to come in here and, very easily go around these. Which means a little bit more time, a little bit more effort, but whatever. I got all the squash that I want planted. Now I need to mulch, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I don't know if I'll get to it today, but I'm going to start planting peppers. Sweet peppers up in those beds there. Okay, I know I'm all over the place today, guys, but I just tried to do so many things, and I thought I needed to share some stuff with you. This right here might not be one of my smarter ideas, but I had let a bunch of the different things that I planted here in the fall of last year. They didn't do anything, didn't produce me a head of anything. I think I know what some of it is. I think maybe I'll be able to tell by the seeds because I think it's like at least 3 different things. You can tell with the flowers. There's this purple one, I think it's kohlrabi. And then there's like a lighter white one, which it might be, I don't know. You can see the root. I think it might be kohlrabi. But then there's also yellow flowers. But these were just all over the place laying. So I've you can see the twine. I've kind of tied them up, trying to keep them all together because they've already went to seed. They went to flower. The flowers are going to turn to these pods. So you can see there's different pods. So these are all the little pods here. And then for these, the pods are like thicker, which I'm not quite sure what that one is. And then the yellow, those are the pods for the yellow flowers. Yeah, so and another thing I'm thinking, like, if I don't get to these, like when the pods start to open, I'm gonna be very upset because, well, I don't know how upset I'll be, but if they go to seed and the seeds fall all over the place, I'm gonna be fighting whatever this is, which is fine. I mean, maybe if in that case I'll actually be able to grow something to, completion, like cabbage, or this isn't cabbage, but that's what I'm just saying. Like, it's fine. I didn't realize that this is how it was going to look when they all went to seed. Although I should have, because I let a cabbage go to seed last year and it completely filled up this entire, it was either this bed or this bed. And it filled up the entire bed. So, I'll keep you posted as to what becomes of that hot mess. just wanted to show you guys this. Lots of cucumbers on my mini cucumber. This is the seeds that Lauren gave me last year. And oh my goodness, look at that. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. At least I can grow cucumbers like this. I'm just so impressed. I want to try one. Let's try one. I'm probably filthy. I don't even know what time it is today, but oh, that's good. The skin is really soft. I forget. I'll try to remember. It's a hybrid cucumber, like a miniature one. Oh my gosh, it's just loaded with fruit. There's so many cucumbers on it. Oh, it's crazy cool. I need to start a few more because they seem to be doing well in this greenhouse. Now, how well they'll do whenever I put a shade cloth on this, I'm not sure. I probably will. I got to get what I'm doing right. Okay. I need to chill out. Okay. I forgot to take the basket down, so I need to go do that to cover up my emerging gourd. But I put down a nice layer of Pro Mix potting soil on here. So this is where I had a bunch of the micro dwarfs or mini dwarfs all sitting. But I want to plant dwarf tomatoes in here. And I need to get them in here now so they get going well enough. I planted a couple sunflowers. Those are the Topolino, which I can't find my pen. So now that I've said it on camera, what this sunflower that I just planted in the greenhouse is, it's the Topolino. I'm going to put this over here with the rest of them because I was like trying to figure out, I was like, oh, I needed a tag for the row so I know what it is. Can't find my pen, my marker, so, you know. But, this cucumber is good. Now I'm just gonna fill this space with dwarves. Lots of dwarves. Tomato plants, dwarves. Maybe a few pepper plants, just to see how they do in the greenhouse, under shade cloth eventually. Sweet ones, I only want sweet. So, I know, like I said, I am all over the place today. So I've been looking, keeping an eye on this right here. So this is celery, and I kind of have been keeping this going. It doesn't really produce like any real, like maybe there. I can't remember what exactly I planted here. If it was actual celery or celery, I don't know what it's called, but I've been keeping this going and giving it to the chickens as fodder. But as you can see, it's grown up so much right now. I'm not sure if it's trying to go to seed or not, or if this just is what it does. But as you can see, it's taller than my tomato plants, which means my tomato plants can't get as much sun, and that's not okay. So I am chopping it down and feeding my chickens with it all. Look, what is, oh well. I'm still marathon planting, right? But I literally just got a message from Lauren. I'm like holding back like tears a little bit here. I just got a message from Lauren, and we booked a pavilion for tomorrow night's show. And she sent me a picture of it, and it's just like, you know, we've had this plan for like 5 or 6 weeks now that we were gonna do this. Ever since she started this tomato plant called Strange Love that I fell in love with. It's one of Bill Yoder's varieties, and I wanted it so bad, but I didn't have seeds for it. So she grew out one for me, and she was just like, we should meet and, you know, do a plant swap. And so we planned this for, yeah, like I said, I think it's probably been like 6, maybe even a couple of months. I don't know, you know, we've been planning on it, but it just didn't seem like, I don't know, it's like so real right now. My face hurts because like every muscle in my face is like, I'm so, like I'm fangirling a little bit. Like Lauren's gonna, if she watches this, she's gonna just be like, oh Jen, whatever, stop. Like, I am, like, it's just so, I don't know, I'm just like I'm tearing up a little bit. Like, I hope and pray I'm not a complete weirdo, because I tell you, I can be weird. Like when I'm excited about something, I can say weird stuff. I can just kind of look like I'm a big weirdo. Like literally, I'm pretty sure the Stivers think I'm a weirdo, because when I met them, I was weird. I was excited, but so I'm just hoping, like, Lauren, if I am true to who I am in my videos, so if I'm weird tomorrow, please forgive me. I'm not that person, but I'm really excited. Ben's going to be my driver. I don't really like to go places by myself. I know I'm so proud of my daughter because she can go places and hike all by herself in the woods. I'm not that person. I don't know what it is about me, but no, I don't like to do it. So for one thing, I get lost a lot anytime I go anywhere. Every job I've ever taken, because I used to do a lot of temp hygiene, I got lost the first time. I would never make it to the office the first time there. So it's just, I guess that's instilled in me that take someone that can kind of keep you calm, because I freak out. Like, I get lost and I freak out and I panic and I don't know what to do. So Ben's going, but it'll be good that he's going. He's off. So he's going to be our videographer. So he's going to video, because it's not going to be part of the broadcast, our very first meeting. Like, I'm going to vlog tomorrow from beginning to end once I get up. And it's going to be a wonderful day. Probably going to be like one of the most epic days. Like, and I hope that after doing this, like, it becomes a thing where we just, do it a lot more often. I go and visit her. She goes, and we don't live that far away. I do not know why we have not met up yet. It's crazy, but okay, guys. So I forgot what I was walking over here for. I want to plant up this last thing. I'm not even sure if this is right. This is supposed to be red shisho. I mean, it kind of looks like I think this is Mizuno, not shisho. You know what, I'm gonna plant this over here on the other side of the greenhouse here. I planted a few things, some basils, I think I showed that. The kale I planted a couple weeks ago. So, give me just a second, I'm gonna get this in the ground. Okay, I'll plant it up, and I am going inside to eat. I've done so much planting. I will be doing a garden tour once I get back from tomorrow, but I did get all the peppers here planted, and then I hauled all the flats, what was left. I think there's like 7 flats left that are gonna go over to Pepperville, and I'll try to plant those up. I was thinking tomorrow morning, but I just don't think I'm gonna have the I look ridiculous. I was thinking tomorrow morning, but I don't think I'm gonna have like the mental capacity to function, because I'm gonna be just so stinking excited. Ben just went and got some. We have a grocery store called Martin's, and they make some really good fried chicken, and I haven't eaten all day. I don't even know what time it is. I've just been planting. I think so. Then I come in here and I just dump whatever's left in the jugs in my, that's in, but doesn't want to come out. Give me a second. So yeah, I'm gonna go inside. Got it all cleaned out, but I did plant up some dwarves in the greenhouse after I emptied out, because this is where all of the micro dwarfs were sitting. So I emptied it out, added, I think I told you, I don't remember, I added, not Fox Farm, but it was this other stuff I bought from Walmart. Ooh, I need to take my cucumbers in. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside and eat. My mind is just like flip all over the place. So that's gonna be this is probably a super long vlog with just all over the place. Sorry, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways, and I'll catch you in the next one, and I hope you all enjoy your day. Bye guys.